What's going on? My name is Justin. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I am going to talk about why you cannot thrive in the same environments that hold you down. So if you have gotten to a point where you have made a major decision for yourself, you want to change your life, you have been contemplating your life, you've seen that you're discontent where you're at right now, and maybe for some time already you've been reading books, you've been reading self-help books, personal development books, mindset, motivational books, or even videos. Listen to other people, listen to successful people that have motivated you and given you a little bit of momentum in your life. That where you're at right now is not where it needs to end. There's much more. You have so much potential. You can fulfill whatever you want to fulfill, whatever your desires are and your wishes. And you are at a point where you maybe even have already convinced yourself that, hey, this is true. This is true. I can change my life. I can become something better. I can become bigger than what I am right now. That you have come to this conclusion and you have sold yourself. You may be at a point where you start to reflect this to your outside world. You talk to others about that. You talk to your family, to your friends, to your college mates, to your classmates, to your co-workers, to whoever that is close to you. But oftentimes you would get a response that you wouldn't expect in the first place. You're so excited. You're trying to tell them, hey, I have this in mind. I want to travel the world. I want to go out. I am now trying to start my business. I have read so much about this. This is my passion. I want to start something new. You face resistance. It's like a wall, that you face. It's like you would expect your closest ones to be like, oh my good, like celebrate you, like, yes, so good, I feel you, you should do that. But instead you hear something like, really think you should do that? Or no, I don't really think you should do that. Most people fail at that. Or what, are you crazy? Or people even laugh at you. Some people ridicule you. People talk behind your back. Have you heard what he said? He's gone crazy. He wants to go this path. He wants to start something new. What the hell does he think he is? What the hell does she think she is? Oftentimes we meet this kind of response. And what I want you to ask yourself is, if you want to be at a different point in your life and do different things and be a different person, oftentimes this requires you to change the environment that you're in, to change the surroundings that you find yourself, to change your city, even your country, your neighborhoods, whatever. Because this same environment, the same city, the same people that you have hung out with, the same people before that you have partied with, the same people that you have been outside and talking shit all day, the same people that you have been just, wasting your time with, are not the same people that you can be with when you want to thrive, when you want to do the things that you want to do, when you want to become the better person. And I'm just giving you a few questions, to think about that. Question number one that you should ask yourself: are the people around you contributing to what you want to do, or are they hindering you from what you want to do? I'm repeating that. Are the people that you are currently hanging around with contributing or benefiting you in some form or shape? Or are they just trying to pull you back? Pull you back to the known, pull you back to the comfort zone, pull you back to the person that they are accustomed to, to the person that they know right now, not the person that you want to become, the person that you are right now. Think about that. Second question, ask yourself, do you currently have any energy vampires around you in your circle? Are there any energy vampires? People that drain you, people that constantly want all your attention, that constantly want your help, that constantly want something from you, but then they don't give back to you. You're asking them for help. They'll be like, oh, sorry, man, I can't right now. But then if they need help, you constantly have to be there. Otherwise you're not a good friend. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself if there are people that are, if you have told them, hey man, this weekend I have planned something, I have to do something, and they ask you, well, what are you going to do? And you say maybe, I have a few books that I want to read, I have something interesting that I'm working on. And then they're telling me, like, what the hell are you doing? Come we go to party, and then now it is weekend, Friday evening, and you're, into your stuff. And now they're phoning you, they're telling you, hey, come out, man, you're boring, let's party. And then if you're not coming out, next day what they're going to do is, they're going to call you and tell you how good everything was, how much you missed out, on this and that, right? Think about that if you have these people around. Next question that you can ask yourself: is your current environment benefiting you? Is your current environment, the place that you are living at, is it your neighborhood? Is it your city? Is it a country that you're living in? Is that helping you to achieve where you want to go? Think about that. Last question I want to ask you is, ask yourself if your closest ones, if the closest people that you're around with, if you really think about that, if the closest people that you're around with on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, even living together, maybe your flatmates, your roommates, you're living together in a house, whatever, even family members, do they really want the best for you? Do you really think that they're happy to see you growing and winning and achieving your long-term goals? Ask yourself this question. And if the answer to all these questions is no, or even two of those, or even one of those, you should really ask yourself, should I not change something about that? Because if you're not changing that, and you keep staying in this environment, how much do you think can you grow? How much do you think can you thrive? Maybe you have this voice in your mind, yes, I want to go, but I know this person for so long, I can't just leave. Or should I just stop the relationship with this person? This person has done this and that for me, I can't just do that. You can come up with all kinds of excuses to yourself, but really think about that. If you are staying in this current situation, you're not going to be able to live the life that you want to live, right? I can tell you about my own background, my own story. Like, I also had to make decisions. I had to make decisions. Where do I want to be in my life? What do I want to achieve? The things that I want to, my goals that I want to achieve, the life that I want to live, and the person that I want to grow into. This is the most important. The most important is the person that you want to grow into. If I stay with the same people that I have been staying with all my life, or a period of my life, if I stay in the same environment, meaning maybe my neighborhood, the people that I see here and there, they're doing the same things for years. They're probably doing the same things today still. And then I'm going to them and sharing my visions, to them. Like, what are you going to tell me? Their reality is not beyond their neighborhood, maybe even their city, but maybe even their neighborhood. It's not beyond that. So what are you going to tell me? The problem is that most people feel uncomfortable if they are with someone that thrives, that becomes the best version of themselves, and they stay the same. They stay where they are. They don't move forward, and if they see, and if for whatever reason they can't move forward, what they're going to do is they're trying to pull you back down. So, and this is with people, the environment where you are, it can be the environment. It can also be the city where you are, it can be the country where you are, if there's certain laws, regulations, if there's certain if cultural values, that force you to be a certain way, or whatever. Of course, be like, I don't care about that. I'm above that. Of course, that's possible. But if you have the possibility to go somewhere else, where it is maybe where you have a level of freedom, of freedom of mind, freedom of opinion. Just do you, I don't care about what you do. They don't care about what I do. I oftentimes see people that make their life so hard. They have dreams, they have aspirations, but there's the same people that are with their surroundings, their environment, the country. Sometimes it's the comfort that they have in the country, because I have this here, If I leave my country, I don't have this, the burger around the corner, If I don't leave my country, I don't know, I'm not going to have this and that, XYZ, right? But how can you thrive? If you could, why aren't you? And also oftentimes I hear people complaining, like, they're at a point, what I said initially in the video, they have already seen that it's possible to change. They have had the vision for themselves, but then now they're sharing it with people around them, and they see that the people around them can't resonate with them. So why are you still staying with these people? Why? What's the reason for that? If these people are not contributing to your success, to your well-being, then it is like a disease. You have to get rid of it. or you have to get rid of the environment. If there's a room and there's only sick people in there, and you're healthy and you're trying to stay healthy, you're trying to maintain your health, are you going to stay in this room, or are you going to leave this room? Are you going to stay in this room only because, oh yeah, I know these people, you know, the people there are my friends, my so-called friends, you know? No, you will leave that room, because otherwise you will get sick too. You understand what I mean? And that's what I mean by, if you want to thrive, you know, if you want to become a bigger version of yourself, you know, not always, but sometimes it is wise to change the environment, right? To change the environment, you know? And I want you to think about that. Whoever is listening to this video, whoever is watching me right now, please think about that, you know, because I myself also had, for a long time, I had a certain belief, you know, a limiting belief that held me back and kept me in this comfort zone, you know. But this comfort zone was not giving me comfort in my mind, but it was actually not giving me long-term comfort, because it was actually holding me back from what I can become. So speaking of that, I hope this video helped you, at least, you know, change your perspective a little bit and make you think if where you are right now is where you're supposed to be, or maybe if you should also try and, you know, step out of your comfort zone and you know, rethink your status quo. If your status quo right now is benefiting you, or if it's not, you know. And if it's not, then I highly recommend you to do something about that, because real growth always happens outside your comfort zone. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Comment down below if you want videos like this in the future, and yeah, subscribe to my channel. See you next time.